Okay, here we are. We're going to explain to you, or Bob here is going to explain to you about our turntable that he's been working on for a long time, and you've seen the hole in our layout for a long time. So this is where this is going to go. There's the top of it. There's the middle section. And then way down here, you're going to see the motor that runs it all. So I'm going to turn it over to Bob, and Bob, explain this thing to us, will you?
Okay, well, the motor that we have down on the bottom here is actually an AC motor, and it has also a built-in brake on it. We found it over at this electronics store, and it runs off of 110 volts AC. And had to come up with a plan on how to mount the motor, so I had this disc that I had left over from the upper part of the turntable so that I could mount the motor on there. And then on the second layer here is where all the action happens, as far as we've got these little micro switches that have these little rollers on them, and whenever I've got them wired to where whenever there's a little arm that's over on this one side over here, I don't know if you can see it or not,
I
because
can't.
it's black.
Yeah, it's the same
It
color.
rotates around. Well, here, I'll let it start rotating around there, and you can see when it goes to each track position that it'll actually stop on that switch, and that throws that switch open.
So these are the switches you're talking about right here.
Yeah,
That opens and closes.
yeah, just don't get your finger too close, because I don't know how. Well, that is 110 volts that's
Oh.
going through all that little wiring.
That's
And
right.
so anyway, whenever you flip, I've got a control panel over here. I don't know if you want to take a shot of that. But here's the control panel, and basically these two lines here will actually reverse the track positions. So if it's on line for the main track coming in, if I were to turn it all the way over to here, the bridge will actually rotate around back to that position, so that we can turn a locomotive around. So
each one of these lines on your switch is going to be
a track
position.
Right.
Okay, and the
And-
track positions are kind of like highlighted in the lines
And-
right there.
Then we have an on-off switch. Then we have an override switch that actually will, as long as the power is on, it will actually flip it, and it will bypass this rotary switch. So say if you just wanted to run the thing around in a circle for some reason, you could do that. If you turn it off, it's going to go to the last position of the rotary switch that you have it set to. So it'll just keep on going until it hits one of these little roller switches down. This little plastic area here, this disc, I designed it on the computer to house these little switches, and we made them so that they were adjustable. And we had a friend that actually has he has an engraving shop, and he actually took the information from my computer, and I downloaded it on a thumb drive and sent it over, gave it to him, and then he uploaded it on his computer, and we were able to cut this thing out onto a laser.
Like a plexiglass or something?
Yeah,
It's all done by
got-
laser.
Yeah, he gave us he had a piece of black plastic plexiglass, and it didn't take very long to cut the whole thing out. And
Cool, very cool.
we want to
And
plug
then-
his business.
And then
That was incredible
Engravings, incredible
His name's
engravings in
John.
St. Charles, Missouri.
Yeah.
Just go to the website, you'll find it.
So, anyway,
Amazing what he's.
we got this all working, got it all wired up, put a new shaft in, married the motor up to the bridge up in the top there, and I'm sure you've probably seen the this part of it here several times.
Yeah, well,
It's
yeah.
been
Maybe.
it's been in and out of the pictures. So,
But Bob, you made this right by hand here.
Yeah,
all this
that
is
was all
handmade. What is that?
scratch
Is
built. That's all balsa wood,
also
and I used banjo wire to make the railing, and then I also made a little. We've got an LED inside here that when we put track power to it, it's going to light it up.
Isn't that
So,
cool? Pretty cool.
and I've already tested it. We've got track power coming up through the shaft down underneath here. There's a little mechanism where it transfers the track
yeah.
power up through here and by way of these wires here.
Okay.
So we'll just hook this to, we've got a reverse loop card. I forget what number is that?
I don't know.
What is it? AR1? An AR1 that will attach to here,
Okay.
and it will reverse the polarity whenever the bridge actually rotates around to the other side. So
And you got all the cracks in here. The
yeah,
drawings of it, and it looks like a track in here. But what it
Yeah.
does is simply what it does. It rides on it. There's no power going to that track down there. But that's actually a you made this thing into a circular track, you know.
yeah.
And then those things there ride right on
That's
the track.
right.
So anyway, but you got to remember it's 110. So
Yeah.
you are going to cover up anything that we don't get electrocuted or something from here. I don't know what that is in some countries that listen to this. Australia, I know there's a friend down there that watches these, and I'm not sure what their power would be, but you know, you don't want to touch it. You gotta remember that.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that.
And if you're
Okay.
lucky enough to find a 110 motor to go on there, we had a hard time finding a motor to actually make this thing go around at a
Yeah.
decent speed and still have enough power to push it around. So
Cool.
this was the third motor that we tried, and it seems to work. So
Good deal. Good deal. And Walter over here, he's part of the brains behind this thing too,
Yeah.
all the electrical part, right?
Right,
yeah,
And he's also building one too? Are you building one, Walter?
layout, yeah.
Layout, okay.
yeah.
Oh,
He hasn't attempted he did fix a turntable that he's working on a little bit, so
cool.
we'll see how that
Alrighty.
goes.
Anyway, there we go. And we'll get installing it here shortly, and we'll probably have a few clips on that.